The AIU Jesse Lee Peterson and Ghazi Cody video that I did, I don't know that guy's name. Apparently it's being ratioed. I'm not sure. I haven't checked my analytics in a while since that last video I did talking about my analytics. And yeah, I went into the comments and that's where I found out that it may be getting ratioed. And also I found out why it was getting ratioed because that Kazi Gozo guy has a ton of fans. And hey, no knock on him, but if you want to dislike the video, knock yourself out. It's cool. I'm not worried about it. So that leads us into this AIU video where we are clearly talking about Cyntoia Brown, the young lady who killed the man in Detroit and has been since set free because, well, she's attractive, and they've really pushed this narrative as if she were some type of victim of sex trafficking and everything else like that, when honestly nothing could be further from the truth. But I feel brother Devin here there's a portion of Mr. Tracy's argument that's missing, and I'm gonna fill it on it all in. So without further ado, let's get into this one.
Once again, we have a new media darling, Cyntoia Brown. She's been released from prison, and now she's making money. She's on a book tour, and she's a celebrity. And she's being embraced by the Bleep community as a hero. Very similar to what we saw with O.J. Simpson and the Central Park Five. Because that community is willing to give a huge pass to someone like Cyntoia Brown, especially considering that the only thing she was guilty of was killing a white man.
Okay, he's about to rock a whole bunch of Rage Against the Machine here, but like I said, there's a huge hole in Mr. Tracy's argument there. And he's like, she's being embraced by the Bleep community, and of which I am positive there are tons. I mean, I know them in real life that are just like, oh, it don't matter. She was a child. She was a baby. She was being sex trafficked and everything else like that. But Mr. Tracy, I have to ask, yeah, who do you think's really propping her up though? I mean, because all these media conglomerates that you're speaking of, and all the hailing that's being done, I'm sorry, but no, it's not solely the Bleep community, sir. It's not solely the blacks. No. Some of your counterparts, actually, most of your counterparts are responsible for this. I mean, the governor of Michigan, I'm pretty sure he isn't black. The judges, like many of the judges that have gone through and released her, I'm pretty sure they weren't black as well. This isn't just the black community that's done this at all. We do not have the numbers. We do not have the money. This is being propped up by that media that you spoke of, which is largely run by those of Caucasian persuasion. So to say, oh yeah, well, this is the same thing as OJ or anything else like that. No, I feel like this is a little bit different. And on this channel, there's been absolutely no praising of the young lady. I'm just trying to get past the Rage Against the Machine piece, and here we are. All right, and a couple of sexy lady dancer. But let's go.
It was important for me to tell, my side of the story, and to give people more context, because I think...
Oh, isn't this lovely? Time did a little piece on Cyntoia Brown. Oh, not just...
Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with my content, but I've been calling Time a piece of garbage magazine for the past year now, okay? Time is awful. They are the proliferators of these narratives that, oh my goodness, if you can't, black people can't be racist and all this other nonsense. That mentality, that mindset, and particularly the self-loathing Caucasian, yeah, that's Time right there. It's nothing but gynocentric and gynocentrism and excuses. So yeah, Time is definitely not what we would call a credible source.
Time. Everybody did a piece on Cyntoia Brown. There's a feeding frenzy, and the media is lapping it up. They think that this woman is squeaky clean. She's somehow a symbol of inspiration, a hero. They're acting.
Because according to their narrative, Mr. Tracy, she is a victim that at the poor old age of 15, oh, she was a victim of sex trafficking. They've put out this story where the gentleman who got killed wasn't just some regular guy trying to smash down. Nah, that had made that had did an agreement with a prostitute. No, 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 no. She was the victim. She's such a victim in all of this that, none of the other details matter to those in that mindset and in the media.
Like this woman didn't murder a man in cold blood. A man named Johnny Allen. The guy went to church. He taught Sunday school on occasion. He was a real estate agent. He aspired to be a country singer. He's dead. He was shot in the back of his head, execution style. And then he was robbed. She robbed him of his money, of his guns, and his car. But wait.
Yeah, because she wanted to go get that back to Cutthroat, like a pimp at the time. And now, since being out of prison, she's, gotten married and written a book, and she's pregnant and all this other fun stuff. And I have a very special thing that I'm going to, article that I'm going to bookend this video with. But we're going to keep going for a little bit. But yeah, Cyntoia Brown, she's not an ugly female by any stretch of the imagination. She's cute. So, thusly, privilege, right?
A minute, Cyntoia wants to show us context? What was the context, Cyntoia? I mean, you are as guilty of murder as anyone in the history of time. Speaking of time, it's not just Time that is covering her. It is NBC News.
Trash.
Have Cyntoia Brown with us.
Cyntoia Brown Long, now a free woman ready to tell her story.
ABC News.
The teen said
trash. Disney trash.
She was being prostituted by a pimp named Cutthroat.
A featured segment on NBC Nightly News.
Well, we're gonna go back, but, trash. And, her pimp named Cutthroat. No, you hear her in her confessionals talk about how Cutthroat is her boyfriend, not her. Yeah, he was her pimp, but that wasn't just some guy that randomly took her from her home or anything else like that. No, she was fully conscious and cognizant of the choices that she was making while she was with Cutthroat.
Suddenly, people like Kim Kardashian are tweeting about you and raising this issue of clemency. Was there a part of you that was afraid of the attention?
And oftentimes, in all of these segments, they bring out their black reporter to interview her because it's racially sensitive. It's actually nauseating, the fact that they think that this is a black-white issue. This is a murder issue. This is
very true. And as far as the answer to her question, oh, no, she just wanted to be free. All right? I can't remember that guy's name. And I think black in this photo is a bit of a stretch because I'm pretty sure both of these people, I know Cyntoia is mixed, but I'm pretty sure the man that's interviewing her is mixed.
An injustice issue. This old hag from Democracy Now! Put her on.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. At the age of 16, she was arrested for killing a man who'd picked her up for sex after she'd been
who agreed to have to agree to exchange sex from prostitution is literally the oldest profession in the world.
Forced into sexual slavery as a child.
She then went on Essence.
The response was to hide.
Essence is extra trash. Seriously, all of these black Ebony, Essence, Jet, all of the Root, all of these, they are just there to push victim narratives. That's it. It's not about responsibility. It's not about accountability. It's not about owning your choices or anything else like that. This young gray woman, remember, we call mixed folks gray around here. This young gray woman murdered a man, and because she's gray and thusly not fully black, not fully white, that black part of her, that the ignorance and that poison, that urban poison that I talk about all the time, yeah, they see her as a hero. They're going to hail her as a hero, and they're going to push that story, that narrative that, oh, she was just this innocent young girl that didn't know what she was doing, which we all know is complete nonsense. Let's continue.
Was to cast me aside. Then
she got thick. Oh, no. Isn't she pregnant? I think she's pregnant. Okay. I'm about to say she got thick. No. That's just somebody. She went She went and hurried up because she about to hit that wall. She about to look like she about to start transmorphing into her mother. By the end of, I want to say 2021, she is going to blow up on him, man. Like her husband got in there right at the nick of time.
When I was incarcerated as a juvenile, it was to cast me aside. So I was always kind of outcast. So it kind of leaves you.
No, you weren't cast aside. You were in prison for murdering a man. Like, that's the thing. And she looks a lot like Alicia Keys right here. Golly, that turkey neck is really about to drop on her.
Feeling like you don't belong.
So this woman, who was adopted by 2 white parents, who has a white mother, she goes on Essence, and they embrace her as one of their own. Why? Because she killed a white dude, and she lived to tell about it.
Also, I'm pretty sure whoever owns Essence isn't of the melanated degree, of the melanated type. Neither is the people that own NBC, the people that own or run ABC, or any of these other outlets. These I'm sorry, TD. No, it's DT, Devin Tracy. DT, sorry, DT. But this is on your folks too. You gotta sit here and own a little accountability and responsibility in this as well. Cause me, I can sit here and happily say, yeah, I see it. I did a video a while back with a young man who got shot and killed while he was robbing a store, and you had his sister out there. Oh, he didn't have to do all that. And I'm just like, are you serious? And that's the exact same. And so that mentality, that poisonous mentality, has permeated all throughout the culture, particularly in the urban spaces. So, shoot, they don't care that she took a life. They just care that she's free. Because guess what? They project themselves upon her. And that's that victim projection, man. It's like the Force Ghost in Star Wars. Like, there's a whole lot of victim projection that takes place in these areas, and it's there to subvert any accountability or responsibility in such spaces.
Went on The Breakfast Club, the popular black morning radio show.
Yes. Once again, The Breakfast Club, this trash show. They're the same folks that let Hillary Clinton get away with that hot sauce in the back stuff. So they have absolutely zero credibility. But because it's a lot easier to attract people to stupidity than it is to attract them to something that's actually good for them. Yeah, they're going to do their numbers. Numbers account for nothing anymore when it comes to something's credibility or not. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Jay, you don't have that many numbers. True, but I appreciate the ones that I do have, and thank you for watching.
Cyntoia Brown, welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Long. Cyntoia Brown Long.
First of all, how are you? And when I say how are you, I mean how are you? How is your emotional spirit?
Tariq Nasheed likes to use the word moist, and I don't like using anything that Tariq Nasheed uses, but when it comes to Charlemagne the God, I really cannot think of a better term.
Mental health, how are you?
She then went on a Jesus show called
Welcome to a special edition of Jesus Calling, Stories of Faith. Cyntoia Brown Long shares the redemptive story of how she found hope through faith after an unimaginable series of events.
Okay, before Devin takes hold here, what redemption? I'm confused. There's no redemption in this. But the reason why she went on this whole Jesus show is because I believe the man that she married is a pastor, is someone in the, in religion. Ugh.
My God. Okay, we'll watch that one, if you insist. She's giving talks. Black people, the black community at large, embracing her. Isn't it wonderful?
Black women. Okay, let's be real. There's been a little civil war brewing within this community where, look, man, we can't deal with the ignorance. Black men of substance cannot deal with the ignorance that has been pushed through, and black women, for the most part, have gone out of their way to make sure that they didn't to let us know they didn't want us around. They want to raise their babies and everything else like that, which is why you see so many black men just exiting from those types of situations and really not even giving them the time of day, because these spaces and these areas, when it comes to the woke crowd, when it comes to blackness and all this other stuff, it's so damn gynocentric, and it's so not even and there's no balance. There's no streamline of consciousness that doesn't lead back to the Jezebelian spirit for those, of a biblical mindset. So yeah, as black men of decency, what we do is we leave. we just exit the situation and we let them talk amongst each other and do their own thing, you know?
She's out. She's free. What did she even do? Is it even a crime? She went on this ghetto-ass show called Tamron Hall, daytime talk show.
Her case created a ground.
Oh, we all know Tamron Hall around these parts. I did a video on Tamron Hall a while back, but she was like, oh yes, well, I love black men, but I married this white guy. Like, yo, we couldn't afford you, man. We ain't even worried about it. Go ahead, man.
Swell on social media. Cyntoia Brown joins us for her first daytime television interview on the next Tamron Hall.
So,
that show looks disgusting. Like, I really hate when people try to use musical cues to elicit emotion out of me, because it is just so, the slow pianos and stuff like that, you can really tell that, you know, you're just trying to make me feel, and that nothing works against my emotions better than that.
it's been a nonstop parade and celebration of her freedom, and the expression out of sight, out of mind has never been more apt in describing what's happening here. Because we are not talking about Johnny Allen, the victim. I mean, she is claiming victimhood in this. The cuntiness for her to do that. It's like Ted Bundy saying, oh, I'm the victim. No, Ted, you're the culprit. Cyntoia killed an innocent man, and we don't talk about him. He's not making the rounds. He's not being featured on NBC News, on ABC News. Nope, he didn't write a book. How is his family doing? I don't know. Does anyone? No, we don't care. Out of sight, out of mind. It's as if it doesn't exist. No one gives a shit about him. Who would celebrate a murderer being released from prison? Who would do that? Only
those with an agenda behind it. And yeah, rest in peace to Johnny Allen, for real. And when it comes to the concept of out of sight, out of mind, that's really where she needs to be. Because it's the only reason any of us are here making these videos, is because she refuses to just be quiet and go about her business. You know what I'm saying? It's not much different than here in Jersey, as we have a lot of illegal immigrants demanding driver's licenses. Look, illegal immigrant, I don't mind that you're here, but don't jump up in my face, start talking about how you deserve this, that, and the third, when you're literally in the process of committing a crime. And seeing how she got off, when in all reality she shouldn't have. It's the same I guess idea applies. Like, hey, just be quiet, go make your babies and have fun. But nah. She's being pushed out there because it really is a matter of trying to elicit, you know, these types of emotions where we're angry and upset, and that's not fair, and what she gets isn't fair and stuff like that. And, you know, if you want fair, go to a carnival. All right. Life's not fair. And if it had been anybody else, no, if she was like 2-3 shades darker, she would not be getting the type of reception or even gotten released. So yeah, let's be real.
in the situation where it's a woman of color, even though she's half white and raised by white people, whatever, you can keep
Gray.
her. And it's only if she murdered a white man. That's it. This case exposes yet again the demented nature of the average moral compass of human beings out there. Why on earth would you celebrate Cyntoia Brown in any way? Now let's dive.
I think it's a little willful ignorance from those who know, and just plain old ignorance from those who don't. Like in the Jeff Bezos video that I did, you can hear the young man ask, yo, who's that? And Jeff Bezos owns Amazon, but the woman answered him, oh, he owns Google. And so thusly, he just took it like, I bet. And that's the thing. It's the disinformation, particularly when it comes to our urban demographics, is just, it's really rampant throughout these communities.
And let's see what the hell these interviews are all about. But before I do that, I'll tell you what they're all about. They're about her making money. I thought there was a rule where you can't make money off your crime. That's exactly what she's doing. And she's allowed to do that because she's now released from prison, which she should not be. She's making millions. Her book is a bestseller. Her book is called Free Cyntoia. And on every one of these broadcasts, she is pimping her book, where she gives you the context. Oh, my plight. Do you know how hard it was in jail? Johnny Allen's dead. At what point are you expecting for me to forget that the whole reason you are known, the whole reason we're here, is because you executed a man in cold blood for no reason? You guys looking to read a new book? Well, Cyntoia Brown is selling one. Here it is. And Cyntoia.
And now we're not. Wow. Ooh, that wall about to hit her like a ton of bricks. Whew. Cause no, there's nah. Oh man, her mama is about to come right on out of her. She got like another good 5 years, man. Like, look at that thigh. Like, that's not pregnancy weight, okay? This is her come home, eating good, and getting real lazy. That my assumption. Other than, like, letting the letting the husband long stroke it, But yeah, I don't want to get into all of this. I don't want to get into her into any of her interviews or anything else like that. But there is an article, and I'm bookending this video with it because I find it fantastic. Judge prohibits Cyntoia Brown from contact with Jay Long's young son. Now, I'll admit, this is coming to us from what, like Ice Cream Convos, but this is a legitimate story. Stacey Kirkland, the mother of Jay Long's 11-year-old son, obtains a restraining order to keep Cyntoia Brown away from her son. That's her and the husband. That's Jay. Oh, really? What kind of haircut is that? Whatever, Jay Long. You really seem like a simp. Like, you're really like prostitute vagina. Like, yo, he's really wrapped up in the fact that she's hot, and he gonna get up in 5 years and be like, yo, what did I do? I locked this down. Nah, yo, you ain't supposed to tie something like that down, man. Cyntoia Brown has been prohibited from having contact with her 11-year-old stepson. Jamie Long's ex, Stacey Kirkland, filed court documents claiming she is genuinely concerned for his young son's safety after his father married a convicted murderer. Thank you, Miss Kirkland. I mean, good parenting for the win, right? Stacey and Jay Long's original parenting plan required them to inform the other parent of their intentions to live with or marry someone. After Jamie discovered Cyntoia on YouTube and burned the edges of his letter, he was all in, and the parenting plan went out the window. Related. In an affidavit obtained by Bossip, Stacey wrote, I am extremely concerned about the safety of our young son and do not believe that his father, Jamie, will take proper measures to protect the boy from danger. A Texas family court judge signed off on Stacey Kirkland's request to change their custody terms and granted a restraining order that prohibits Cyntoia Brown from coming within 500 feet of her stepson. Oh, dang. This is so unfortunate. Oh, Christ. This is so unfortunate. Hopefully, at some point, they can all become a healthy, blended family. I wouldn't put money on it because, yeah, she's a murderer. like if I had children with my ex and she came around talking about, oh, yeah, I want to get married to Malik, who's about to get out of prison after serving 15 years for murder. I'm going to take issue with that, okay? So, man, this is like two decent parenting stories that I've done over the past couple of days where you got parents stepping up, even though, like, the situation, like, we live in 2019 and parents do not be in their child's lives nowhere near the amount that they should be. But it's good to see parents actually stepping up for their children, and Miss Kirkland, hats off to you. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead and do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and the like aren't the biggest fans of your guy over here. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Devin knocked it out of the park when he said it's all about the money. We know it's all about the money. My beef with Devin is not beef. It's just a little irritation that he keeps solely putting it on the bleeps as if the bleeps control any of these corporations or any of these institutions or entities that are putting the cameras in front of Cyntoia's face. You think, like, if Charlamagne, it don't matter if Charlamagne the God don't want to talk to Cyntoia Brown, the producer comes through and says, yeah, this is coming to us from on high, from iHeart. iHeart said this. Guess what? Charlamagne gotta have that woman on his show, no matter what. So no. Bleeps actually have nothing to do with this. It's the media and the portrayal that they want to put forward. And that's why I really made this video, because he loves just, oh man, the bleeps keep doing it. No, us blacks, nah. Most of this is coming from the ignorant side. And guess what? Descendants such as myself, we cannot claim that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until the next one.